Hi, so today I want to talk about one of my favorite writers of all time, Charles Bukowski. He's very famous and notorious, depending on your perspective. And he was really many things, but positive and sunny in his view of humanity and life is definitely not one of them. Really the opposite. He was known for being very misanthropic and bitter and angry, and obviously, of course, the alcoholism and just living on the edge and working these very menial dead end jobs in California, in Skid Row in California in the 40s and 50s and 60s. And he was just an incredibly prolific author, writing thousands of poems and six novels, and just documenting his experiences kind of on the down and out, and living very this kind of hand to mouth life, and kind of celebrating, kind of railing against everything that he saw as being kind of phony and disingenuous and unfair in the with life. So there's this kind of very confrontational and angry style, and this very unique and distinctive and powerful voice that he has. And at the same time that he's very cynical and angry, there is still a conscience, because he's angry about the unfairness and cruelty and injustice. So it's not just pure cynicism. There is sort of a sense of idealism in kind of like a warped way, or an unusual kind of way. And today I just want to read this one of his best known poems that's called The Laughing Heart, that I think really exemplifies this sort of contrast between light and darkness that you can find in his work. Your life is your life. Don't let it be clubbed into dank submission. Be on the watch. There are ways out. There is light somewhere. It may not be much light, but it beats the darkness. Be on the watch. The gods will offer you chances. Know them. Take them. You can't beat death, but you can beat death in life sometimes. And the more often you learn to do it, the more light there will be. Your life is your life. Know it while you have it. You are marvelous. The gods wait to delight in you. So as you can see, that's just a very, the poem sounds very hopeful, but at the same time, he doesn't deny or sugarcoat the fact that there is darkness and that there is pain. But he's also offering us this perspective that there's a way to overcome, or at least, or if not overcome, then at least cope with it. And I think it's expressed very beautifully, and it seems very uncharacteristic for him to write positively about anything. That's really the last thing that you would expect if you have any familiarity with who he was as a person, or as an artist, or as a writer. Usually just think of this pure darkness and anger and cynicism. But I find that the writers who really resonate the most are the ones who don't offer easy answers or sugarcoat the complexities of life or life's hardships. And even though they don't sugarcoat everything, they can still, even without sugarcoating or glossing over how painful and disappointing life can be, they can still sort of offer a ray of hope that for us to latch onto, or learn from. So that's just my 2 cents. Thanks.